My dear one, my precious child, please hold on for just a moment. Don't rush to scroll away from this. Right now, as you sit there with your eyes on these words, something truly special has just happened in the heavenly places above us. You might not have noticed it at all, but the instant you opened this message and started reading, the air in the spiritual world changed. An angel, one of God's messengers, leaned in close and whispered softly, "At last, they have arrived. It's like they've been waiting just for you." God, our loving Father in heaven, has been trying so hard to get your attention for quite some time now. You know that feeling deep inside, don't you? That quiet tug on your spirit, like a soft knock on the door of your heart that you can't quite ignore. It's been there before, but this time, it's stronger and more urgent than ever. God is saying that there are only 45 minutes remaining. He's been reaching out to you over and over, and this is not a moment you can brush aside like before. The great Archangel Michael, the powerful warrior angel, has been standing by, waiting exactly those 45 minutes to share with you what is about to unfold in your life. But if you choose to ignore this once more, if you close this message just like you might have done in the past, something very important and precious could slip away forever without any warning. You might think that skipping over this is no big deal, just a small thing that won't matter. But let me explain it to you gently. What if I told you that right at this very second, heaven itself has stopped the clock of time, just for you? They paused everything so that this exact message could reach you, right where you are sitting or standing, in this very spot. So many people see signs like this every day and just keep going, ignoring them completely. But you are different. You weren't picked for this by accident or some random chance. No, this came to you through perfect divine timing, planned by God Himself. Because there is something big and wonderful about to happen in your life that no one has told you about yet. And Archangel Michael is saying that it's much closer than you could ever imagine. Let me ask you a simple question to think about. Do you realize how many quiet nights God has sat watching over you as you cried alone? He saw every tear, heard every sob, but He stayed silent, waiting patiently for this exact moment to come. You've prayed for signs, asked for guidance from above, but when they appear, sometimes you hurry past them without stopping. Please, I beg you, don't make God sad by skipping this message again today. Don't break His loving heart. He has been getting ready something special just for you, something you never saw coming, something holy and from heaven. But whether it happens or not depends on what you decide to do in these next few minutes. Archangel Michael speaks to you now, calling you beloved. He says, "I have seen the pain in your soul, how it hurts and aches. I know you feel so tired, worn out from all the struggles. But you don't even know how very close you are to the big change you've been praying to heaven for all this time. There's a good reason why this message found its way to you today, of all days. Maybe lately your heart has been feeling a bit strange, like there's something big on the way, but you can't put your finger on it. And perhaps you had trouble sleeping last night, tossing and turning, because deep down, your spirit already sensed that this was coming. This right here is that special moment you've been feeling in your bones. It's not just your mind playing tricks on you. It's real, and it's building up faster than you think. If as you read these words, you start to feel a chill run down your spine or goosebumps on your arms, that's not from a draft or the cold air around you. That's heaven itself giving you a sign, confirming that this message is meant especially for you. And if your eyes start to well up with tears, or your spirit feels like it wants to cry, that's because your soul is remembering something important that it had forgotten for a while. Right now, God is whispering something directly to you. Can you hear His gentle voice? If not, that's all right, because Archangel Michael is here to help explain it, to translate those heavenly words into something you can understand. He says, "Your name was written down in a beautiful golden book in heaven, just 45 minutes ago. A big decision was made about your life, and you didn't even know it was happening. That's why this message had to come to you right away. It couldn't wait another second. That's why God made sure it appeared in your path at this exact time. Because what is about to happen will change your future in ways you never dreamed possible. You might not realize this, but right now, someone from your past, that person you're thinking of, is sitting somewhere, their mind filled with thoughts of you. They don't understand why you're on their mind so much, but their spirit feels restless and uneasy. Heaven is gently pulling at their heart because there was something left unfinished between the two of you, something that needs to be resolved. Archangel Michael explains, "You two weren't meant to cross paths again until everything was perfectly ready, and now that time has come. I need you to stop for just a second. Take a deep breath in, and let it out slowly. Look around the room or the place where you are. Does the air feel a little different, maybe a bit thicker or changed in some way? That's not just your imagination. That's what we call spiritual tension. The energy in the air shifting because angels are all around you right now. One of them is even standing right behind your left shoulder, watching over you. Don't turn around to look. Just feel their presence. They are there to protect you because starting tonight, a big change is going to begin in your life. Before we go any further, please take a quick moment to subscribe or follow this channel or page. Archangel Michael has so much more to share with you, and this isn't the only message that's coming. If you miss the next one, you might miss out on a miracle that's meant for you. You weren't supposed to skip past this at all. That's why your screen didn't freeze or lag this time, why no notifications popped up to distract you. Heaven made sure your attention stayed right here, locked in place. Don't go against that special alignment from above. Something is about to come knocking at the door of your life, not just in your spirit, but in your emotions and even in the physical world around you. If you're not paying attention, you could miss it entirely. Archangel Michael says, "A messenger from heaven is on the way to you. You can't see them yet, but they have already started their journey." I know all of this might sound a bit strong or overwhelming, but think about it. Have you been feeling restless lately, like you can't sit still? Why do you have this mix of fear and excitement bubbling up inside, as if something huge is about to happen, but you can't explain it? That's what we call a spiritual awakening, your inner self starting to wake up to bigger things. And Michael adds, "You are not the same person you used to be. You are growing and changing quickly. That's why some people in your life have been pulling away. That's why your feelings have been so heavy lately, because a new chapter in your life is starting right now. God isn't mad at you for anything you've done, but He has been feeling sad. Sad because you keep passing by the messages that are meant to help heal your hurts. Sad because you say you want things to change, but then you run away from the very things that could bring that change. Sad because He's trying to open a new door for you, but you're still holding tight to an old lock that doesn't work anymore. This message right here is like a special key from heaven. If you let go of the past and accept it now, you'll step into a place full of answers and peace. Let me share this with you. Archangel Michael says that in the next 7 days, something is going to happen that might feel like a big storm at first, coming out of nowhere, moving fast, and leaving you confused. But don't worry. It's not meant to harm you or attack you. It's actually a reset, a way for heaven to step in and make things right. It's like one door closing with a loud bang that shakes everything up, but only so that a much better door can open, one you might have forgotten was even there. You're not losing your mind if you've been feeling like someone or something is watching over you. You're not going crazy if you hear soft whispers in the quiet of the night or keep dreaming about the same person again and again. Those aren't just random happenings. They're signs from your spiritual side waking up. Archangel Michael explains that this person's soul has been calling out your name while you sleep. And if you've been waking up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. lately, now you know the reason. It's a special time when the spiritual world is close. Pay close attention now. Someone is about to reach out to you, maybe with a message or a phone call, and what they say might sound normal at first. But hidden behind those everyday words is something deeper, a confession, a truth, or a secret that could change everything for you. You need to be prepared, because if you close off too quickly or don't listen carefully, you might miss what they're really trying to say. Heaven has been working behind the scenes, rearranging the timeline of your life to give you another chance at something good. You weren't supposed to get this opportunity again, but Archangel Michael asked God to open the door one more time, just for you. And God agreed, but only if you respond to it. Only if you open up your spirit and let this message touch your heart, not just pass by on your screen. There's someone up in heaven who keeps bringing up your name over and over, a loved one, maybe a family member or friend who's passed on. They're watching over you, and they helped make sure this message got to you. That's why it feels so familiar, why your chest might feel heavy right now. It's not from sadness. It's like a warm reunion in your spirit. You haven't been forgotten at all. You're being prepared for something wonderful, and the time is here. Thank you for staying with me so far. Now, take a slow, deep breath, because what I'm about to say next will touch even deeper into your soul than anything else you've read this year. Let Archangel Michael lead this moment. He's right there with you, not in some made-up story, but in a real, unseen way. His wings are wrapped around your energy, protecting you, and he's whispering to your inner self. He says, they don't even know it, but they're standing right at the edge of a miracle. Yes, a real miracle from heaven. And not just any small one, but something that was put on hold for years because you weren't quite ready until now. But lately, something has changed inside you, maybe just a few days ago. Perhaps you felt a bit different, more emotional, more sensitive to things around you, more aware of the world. That's not happening by chance. That was your spiritual eyes starting to open up. You weren't meant to see this message until that part of you had woken up. Archangel Michael says, Beloved, what if I told you that something you cried and prayed for last year is finally about to arrive? But it might come in a way you don't expect, like it's wearing a disguise. That's why this moment is so important. Because what's coming into your life won't look like a blessing right away. In fact, you might feel like pushing it away at first. But Michael is asking you, please don't turn it down too quickly. Whether it's a person, a chance, or a change, it has heaven's mark on it, and you need to recognize it when it shows up. Have you ever been so close to something good, only for it all to fall apart at the last minute? That wasn't a failure on your part. That was protection from above. You weren't being rejected. You were being redirected to something better. If that thing had stayed in your life, it might have dimmed your inner light, and God never wanted that to happen to the real you. That's why certain people have walked away from you. That's why some doors have closed hard in your face. Heaven knew you were destined for much greater things than what you were settling for back then. Right now, the angels are quiet but fully awake, watching closely. Because today, your spirit is listening in a new way. You're open, and that's something special and strong. When you listen with your spirit instead of your ego or your fears, that's when God speaks the clearest. And Archangel Michael is sharing something with you that not many people ever get to hear. The tough times you're going through aren't meant to break you down. They're there to wake you up because something important has been kept hidden from you for too long. There's someone out there who has been keeping their true feelings for you a secret. Not just for a short time, but for years. They've been watching from a distance, holding back what they really want to say because fear has kept them silent. But soon, heaven will give them the push they need to speak up. Their voice might shake, their eyes might fill with tears, but what they say will move you deeply. Be ready for it. Stay calm and pay attention because all that they've been holding inside is about to come out. Archangel Michael says, This person has dreamed about you more nights than you can count. Every time they wake up, they think about telling you, but they always hold back. That's why you suddenly feel their presence out of nowhere. That's why certain songs bring them to mind. That's why their name pops into your thoughts when you least expect it. The universe has been working hard to bring you two together for so long, but the timing wasn't right until this very moment. God speaks to you now, saying, "My child, I know you've been hurt badly. I know you've faced so many disappointments. But what if I told you that all of those hard times were getting you ready for something better? What if every tear you shed was like water helping the seeds of your future grow? What if every no you heard was actually me keeping you safe from things that weren't good enough for you?" Archangel Michael nods in agreement, confirming that every word is true. You see, heaven has a beautiful plan for your life, one that's far more wonderful than anything you've pictured in your mind. But to walk into it, you need to release the old stuff, the old pains, the old hopes that didn't work out, the old version of yourself that's holding you back. Because the new things are waiting just ahead, and they're more amazing than you can understand right now. But you have to be willing to accept them, even if they show up in a surprising way. In these last moments, as the 45-minute window starts to close, I want you to shut your eyes for a second. Feel the holy presence all around you. Listen to what your soul is trying to say. What truth have you been avoiding? What step of faith have you been too afraid to take? This is your time. This is your special meeting with the divine. God and Archangel Michael are reaching out their hands to you right this instant. They're offering you a way to enter a new world full of blessings and meaning. But it's up to you to decide. You have to say yes, not just with words, but with your whole heart, your actions, and everything you are. As we wrap up this message, remember that these aren't just regular words on a screen. This is a real meeting with heaven. This is the divine world reaching out to you personally, calling you by your name, inviting you into a future that's been prepared for you since before you were even born. Don't let this chance slip away. Grab hold of it, step forward, and watch how your life changes in ways you never thought could happen. The time is running out. The 45 minutes are almost gone, but your real journey is only just starting. Are you prepared? Heaven is waiting to hear what you'll choose. The Spirit of God is looking for yours right now. And let's talk about money for a bit, because God sees how much you've been worrying about it. You put on a brave face for everyone else, smiling and acting like everything's fine. But He knows that behind closed doors, your hands are trembling with fear. But the Almighty God says this with a strong, thundering voice. Money will no longer control your peace or steal your joy. Heaven is getting ready to make a big change in your finances, but it won't come through the usual ways you expect. Something different, something you didn't see coming, something quiet and hidden is about to show up. It could be a letter in the mail, a contract you sign, a person who helps you, or a sudden phone call. At first, it might seem small and unimportant, but that one thing will open up so much more than you can imagine. One day soon, you'll look back at this message and say, "That was the sign I needed. That was the confirmation from heaven." Please, don't give up now. Not when your name was just spoken in a holy meeting up in heaven 45 minutes ago. Yes, that's true. Your full name was mentioned there. And in that meeting, God smiled warmly. He said, "My child still believes in love." Those words changed everything because heaven speeds up miracles for those who still have faith, even if it's just a tiny spark left inside. And you have that spark. Even on days when you doubt yourself or feel exhausted, God sees your inner light and He's ready to stand up for it. Now, pay close attention because I'm about to say something that might seem odd, but your spirit will get it. You're not crazy for talking to the sky when you're all alone. You're not losing it if you feel like someone is watching over you in quiet moments. You're not imagining things if time feels like it's stretching or bending around you lately. You're simply growing spiritually. You're being called to something higher. And the reason your heart feels pulled in different directions is that heaven is sorting out what's real from what's not. Yes, some people might leave your life suddenly soon. But don't try to make them stay. They were only there to help prepare you, not to be part of your forever. Let them go with kindness in your heart. There's a new person coming into your life before long, someone who will love you with real honesty. At first, you might feel scared because you're not used to feeling safe and peaceful in a relationship. But God says this person was made with your soul in mind. That's why the connection will feel so deep and almost too good to be true, because it's from a higher place. Don't hurry things. Don't chase after it. Just stay open, be kind to yourself and others, and be in the moment. Heaven is sending something that doesn't need to be forced. It will find its way to you naturally. If you're still here reading these words, that means you were specially chosen. Yes, you specifically. Not everyone was supposed to come across this message. Not everyone has the patience to read through a long spiritual note like this, but you did. That shows your heart is still gentle and open. That means God can still work miracles through you. That means the Almighty has been waiting for you to get to this point so He can share this deep truth with your soul. You are not too late for anything. You are not too damaged or broken. You are not too much of anything bad. You are exactly on time. And here's another thing God wants you to hear. Someone will try to get in touch with you soon, acting like everything is normal, but their energy will feel wrong or off. Trust that gut feeling inside you, because behind their friendly smile, there's something they're not telling you. Don't be scared. Just watch and listen. Heaven will give you the right words when you need them. And now, before you go on with your day, God is waiting for you to respond. It doesn't have to be something big or showy, just a small, true moment. If this message touched you, don't waste it. Whisper back to God, even if it's silent. A quiet prayer rings loud in heaven. Even a single tear is like music to the angels. Just let Him know, I got it. I'm ready. I believe. Because this is the key moment. The doors are starting to open. The angels are keeping watch. And everything in your life is about to shift for the better. Thank you so much for staying all the way through this message. Just by doing that, you've shown something strong about yourself. Your soul is truly listening, and God is still right here, ready to finish what heaven began. Now, as we reach the proper ending of this divine sharing, let the miracle seal itself in your heart. This is where the prophecy turns personal, where your life starts moving forward again, and where heaven has truly touched you. The Almighty God turns His attention to you slowly now. His presence spreads out wide, like a warm golden fire that shields your future from any dark spirits that once tried to hold it back. And in His last loving look toward you, He says something that breaks through the invisible barrier between us and heaven. This wasn't meant as a scary warning. It was a warm invitation from above. And by reading this far, you've answered it. That's what makes you stand out from others. Many people see signs and just keep scrolling. Many feel the gentle pull but still doubt. But you heard the call and leaned in closer. You listened carefully. You trusted. You said yes in your heart. And now, heaven is rewarding you in ways that even your wildest dreams haven't caught up to yet. What's on the way is beyond words. You'll get emails or notices with words like approved that bring good news. You'll discover papers or documents with your name on them that you thought were lost forever. People will come to you out of the blue to say they're sorry for past hurts. You'll notice the air in your home changing, feeling heavier with peace and lighter without confusion, because the whole atmosphere around you is shifting to match your new alignment with heaven. And my dear one, you will never have to walk in fear again. Never chase after people to make them understand you. Never lower your true self to fit into places you've grown beyond. You are rising up. You are coming alive spiritually. You are now living out a promise from heaven. So tonight, when everything quiets down around you, try this simple thing. Light a small candle, close your eyes gently, place your hand over your heart, and whisper to God, "Thank you for trusting me with what others turned away from. I am ready. I accept this, and I will never skip my miracle again." Then, just listen quietly, because you might hear his voice, not in a loud boom, but in the soft stillness. And it could sound something like, "You have finally arrived, and we have been waiting just for you. Now the message is complete. The angels are rejoicing, and your new life has already started." As the stars shine brighter above with fresh meaning, and the space between earth and heaven glows softly with a golden light, God speaks one last time, not with hurry or worry, but with a deep, forever kind of peace. His voice now brings a sense of everything being finished, of your path being made whole, of your name being written, spoken, and guarded in the words of angels. Because you didn't just read this message, you became part of it. You are now the living story, the miracle walking around, the answer to prayers from someone who left this world but is never truly gone. They always believed you would reach this day. That's why they put their trust in the angels. That's why they trusted God. That's why they trusted you. They saw a special light in your spirit that others didn't bother to notice. And heaven never overlooked it. You might still feel like you're not good enough sometimes, still too hurt, too mixed up, too behind everyone else. But let God tell you clearly, once and for all, there is nothing wrong with you at all. You were simply waiting for your perfect timing. And this was it. The last gift from heaven isn't something you can hold like money or land. It's a deep truth, a remembering of who you are, a waking up from God that says you are loved, you are safe, you are home. That deep ache you've carried for so long starts to fade away. That shame you hid deep inside begins to disappear. That heavy load you weren't meant to bear is being lifted right now because you opened this message, and that one choice changed the whole story. Heaven is already fixing things for you in ways you can't see. People are waking up with your name in their thoughts, feeling a sudden urge to connect. Important papers are being prepared and sent with perfect timing. Keys to new opportunities are moving closer to you. You'll feel safe in places that used to tire you out. You'll be pulled toward things that match your best self because your true gift from above was never just about getting things. It was about growing into someone new. Growing into the person your family from long ago prayed you would become. Growing into the you who doesn't hide or shrink back. Growing into the reason why those who come after you won't have to go through what you did. God's final present isn't riches or things. It's clear vision. The power to see things as they really are. To know who's genuine. To spot what's right for you. To see what's ahead. To see the you that heaven always believed in. And as you step away from this message, know you're not going alone. You're walking with heavenly promises wrapped around you. All right, my dear one, let's dive deeper into this sacred moment, continuing the divine message that has already stirred your spirit. You've stayed with me this far, and that alone is a testament to the openness of your heart. The words you've read weren't just words. They were a bridge between your soul and the heavens, a pathway lit by divine light, guiding you toward a truth that's been waiting for you. Let's keep walking this path together, as Archangel Michael and the Almighty continue to whisper truths meant only for you. This continuation will carry the same essence, unfolding gently but powerfully, speaking to your soul in simple words that resonate deeply, keeping you connected to the divine timing that brought you here. As you sit with this message, feel the weight of it, not a heavy burden, but a warm, comforting presence, like a blanket of peace draped over your shoulders. Heaven is still speaking, and the 45-minute window that was opened for you hasn't fully closed yet. There's more to uncover, more to understand, because God doesn't just send a message and walk away. He lingers, waiting for your heart to fully receive what He's offering. Archangel Michael, standing ever near, nods in quiet agreement, his presence steady and strong, urging you to keep listening. He says, "Beloved, you've only just begun to see the edges of what's possible. The miracle isn't just coming, it's already unfolding, piece by piece, in ways you can't yet see." Let's pause for a moment and think about where you are right now. Maybe you're in a quiet room, or perhaps you're somewhere busy, with noise all around. But no matter where you are, this moment was chosen for you. The divine didn't wait for a perfect setting or a perfect day. It found you exactly where you are, because that's how heaven works. It meets you in the mess, in the chaos, in the stillness, in the doubt. God sees you, not just the you that the world sees, but the real you, the one who dreams in secret, who hopes when no one's watching, who carries questions that feel too big to answer. And He loves that version of you so fiercely that He orchestrated this message to land in your hands at this precise moment. Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast, like you're running to catch up but never quite getting there? That feeling isn't a mistake. It's your spirit sensing that something bigger is on the horizon. Archangel Michael leans in closer now, his voice gentle but clear. You've been running towards something without even knowing it. Every step, every stumble, every moment you thought you failed, it was all leading you here, to this crossroads. This isn't just about what's coming in the next 7 days, though that storm of change Michael spoke of is still approaching. This is about who you're becoming in the process. You're not just waiting for a miracle, you're becoming one. Let's talk about that storm again, because it's important you understand its purpose. When Michael mentioned that something would feel like a storm, sudden, overwhelming, maybe even confusing, he wasn't trying to scare you. He was preparing you. That storm isn't a punishment or a random event. It's a divine clearing, like the wind that sweeps through before a new season begins. Sometimes, to make room for the new, the old has to be shaken loose. That might mean old habits, old fears, or even old relationships that no longer serve your higher purpose. God isn't tearing things down to hurt you. He's making space for something so much greater. And Michael assures you, what comes after the storm is brighter than anything you've known before. You might be wondering, what does this all mean for you practically? What do you do with a message like this? It's one thing to feel the chills, to sense the presence of angels, to hear God's whisper in your heart. But how do you carry this forward into your everyday life? The answer is simpler than you might think, but it takes courage. It starts with trust. Trust that this message wasn't a coincidence. Trust that the strange restlessness you've been feeling isn't random. Trust that the person from your past who keeps crossing your mind, the dreams that wake you up at night, the sudden urge to pray or cry or write, they're all part of heaven's plan to guide you. Archangel Michael says, you don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to stay open. That's the key, staying open. Open to the unexpected phone call that might come from someone you haven't spoken to in years. Open to the opportunity that looks small but feels significant in your gut. Open to the possibility that the person you've been praying for, whether it's someone new or someone from your past, is being prepared by heaven to step into your life in a new way. This openness isn't about forcing things to happen. It's about letting go of the need to control and allowing God to work His magic in His perfect timing. Let me share something else with you, something that might make your heart skip a beat. There's a moment coming soon, maybe in the next few days, maybe even tonight, where you'll feel a sudden clarity. It's like a fog lifting from your mind, a heaviness easing from your chest. Michael says this moment will come when you least expect it, perhaps when you're doing something ordinary like washing dishes, driving, or sitting quietly. You'll suddenly understand something that's been confusing you for months, maybe even years. It could be about a relationship, a choice you need to make, or even about yourself and why you've been through certain struggles. This clarity is a gift from heaven, a reward for staying with this message, for not scrolling past it like so many others might have. And speaking of others, let's talk about the people in your life for a moment. You've probably noticed that some relationships have been shifting lately. Maybe friends have grown distant, or family members seem to misunderstand you more than usual. Maybe you've felt lonely, even when you're surrounded by people. That's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because your spirit is outgrowing certain spaces. Archangel Michael explains, the people who are leaving aren't meant to walk with you into this next season, and the ones who are coming, oh, they're being handpicked by heaven. One of those people, whether it's someone new or someone returning from your past, is going to surprise you with their honesty, their kindness, their ability to see the real you. And when they show up, you'll know it's not just chance, it's divine alignment. Now, let's touch on something practical again. Your worries about money, about stability, about the future. God sees those late-night thoughts when you're lying awake, calculating and planning, trying to figure out how to make it all work. He sees the way you smile during the day to hide the fear that creeps in when no one's looking. But hear this clearly. God is not ignoring your needs. He's already setting things in motion. Archangel Michael says, the provision is coming, but it won't look like what you're expecting. It might be a job offer that comes out of nowhere, a refund you didn't anticipate, or even a kind stranger who offers help at just the right time. Whatever it is, it's already on its way, sealed with heaven's promise. Your job is to keep your eyes open and your heart ready to receive. You might be wondering why this feels so urgent, why the 45-minute window keeps coming up in this message. That number isn't random. It's a symbol of divine timing, a reminder that God works in precise moments. 45 minutes ago, when your name was written in that golden book in heaven, a decision was made to shift your path. That decision wasn't just about what's happening now. It's about your entire future. Every choice you make in this moment ripples forward, touching days, weeks, even years ahead. That's why Michael keeps urging you to stay awake, to stay present, to not let this slip by. You're standing at a turning point, and heaven is holding its breath, waiting to see what you'll do. Let's talk about love for a moment, because God knows it's on your heart. Whether it's romantic love, family love, or the love you're learning to give yourself, it's all part of this divine shift. There's someone out there, maybe someone you already know, maybe someone you haven't met yet, whose heart is being prepared to connect with yours. Michael says, this person has been praying for you, even if they don't realize it yet. Their soul is searching for yours, and heaven is weaving your paths together. But here's the important part. You don't need to chase this. You don't need to force it. Just keep being you, the real, authentic you, and the connection will find you. When it does, it'll feel like coming home. And what about the pain you've carried? The hurts from the past, the disappointments that still sting when you think about them? God sees every single one. He's not asking you to pretend they didn't happen. Instead, He's inviting you to lay them down, to let them go, because they're too heavy for the new season you're entering. Archangel Michael whispers, every tear you've cried has been counted. Every wound has been seen. And now, they're being healed, one by one. This healing might not happen all at once. It might come in quiet moments, in small revelations, in the warmth of a kind word from someone unexpected. But it's happening, and it's real. As we move toward the close of this continuation, let me remind you of something powerful. You are not alone in this. Even when you feel like no one understands, even when you're tempted to doubt yourself, heaven is right there with you. The angels are surrounding you, cheering you on, guiding your steps. God is closer than your breath, whispering love into your spirit. And Archangel Michael is standing firm, his wings shielding you from anything that would try to dim your light. You are protected, you are seen, you are loved beyond measure. So here's what I want you to do next. Take a moment today, maybe right after you finish reading this, to sit quietly with yourself. You don't need to say anything grand or do anything big. Just breathe deeply, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and let your heart speak to God. Tell Him, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm ready for what's next. That simple act of surrender, of saying yes to the divine plan, opens doors you can't even imagine yet. It's like planting a seed that will grow into something beautiful, something that will change your life. This message isn't the end. It's a beginning. It's an invitation to keep walking with heaven, to keep trusting, to keep believing in the miracles that are already unfolding. The 45 minutes may be closing, but the divine plan for your life is just opening up. You're stepping into a new chapter, one filled with hope, love, and possibilities you haven't dared to dream of yet. God is smiling at you, proud of your courage, ready to walk with you every step of the way. My beloved, as we come to the close of this sacred continuation, feel the warmth of heaven wrapping around you like a gentle embrace. The message you've received today isn't just words. It's a living promise, a divine contract written in the stars, sealed with the love of the Almighty. Archangel Michael stands tall beside you, his presence a steady anchor, his wings a shield of light. He whispers one final time, "You are ready, and heaven is moving with you." The storm that's coming isn't here to break you. It's here to rebuild you, to clear the way for a life that shines with purpose and joy. God's voice echoes softly now, not with urgency, but with a deep, eternal love. My child, you have always been mine, and I have always been yours. Step forward now, for your time has come. You are not just a reader of this message. You are its fulfillment. The scroll of your life is unfolding, and every word written in it is laced with divine intention. The angels are singing your name, the heavens are aligning your path, and the future is waiting to meet you. As you walk away from this moment, carry this truth. You are loved, you are chosen, you are enough. The miracles you've prayed for are closer than ever, and all of heaven is cheering you on. Step boldly, beloved, for your new life has already begun. My beloved, if this message has stirred your heart, lifted your spirit, or brought you closer to the divine truth waiting for you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this heavenly encouragement. Your support helps carry this sacred light to others, spreading hope and love far and wide. And if you feel moved to give a little extra, consider sending a super thanks. Any amount up to $20 would mean the world, helping to keep these divine messages flowing to souls like yours. With all my love and gratitude, thank you for being here, for listening, and for shining your unique light. Heaven is smiling on you, and so am I.